Do you find it challenging to remember and recall things? Memory tips. That's what we're going to talk about today. Hi there, thank you for checking out my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. If this is the first video that you're watching from my channel, I make educational and motivational content. So if you don't want to miss any of my new uploads, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that bell icon. Now, like I said in the intro kanina, it's all about memory tips. This is part of our study hacks series. If you haven't seen the other videos sa series na ito, click right here dito sa I button para makapag-catch up kayo. I already talked about what to eat, paano matulog, gaano yun ka-importante, and a bunch of other things, including yung mga tips ko rin when it comes to spelling and other things. So, kung hindi nyo pa rin napapanood, just click right here. Today is all about memory, and it's a topic na ano ba, I keep putting off making this video kasi hindi ako masyadong confident kasi hindi naman ako sobrang galing talaga rin when it comes to memorizing. Hindi ako ever nanalo sa scripture memorization contest namin. I was never really that good at memorizing people's names and faces. So medyo unsure ako when it comes to memory. Pero looking back at my life, medyo may mga tips ngang mapupulot sa kung paano ko nalulusutan yung mga exams, yung mga situation na kailangan ko mag-memorize ng mga things. So, ito yung aking very honest na walkthrough sa 5 tips na pwede kong ibigay sa inyo na ginagawa ko rin kapag ako ay nagme-memorize ng isang bagay. Now, just a quick little plug dahil ito ring video na to was made in response to you guys messaging me asking for advice and kung ano yung mga videos na gusto nyong i-cover next. You can message me directly to www.facebook.com/Team Lyqa. That is also where you can find information on how to get the reviewers that I made or join the online or live review events at yung iba pang mga speaking engagements kung saan ako makikita soon. Alright? So, now that I have that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into yung ating first tip. Tip number 1, write. Okay, don't just read, write. And I think this one is lost sa mga kabataan ngayon, which is sad din kasi hindi na sila sanay na mag-notes the old-fashioned way. Most of kids these days, kapag nag-lecture din ako, kahit na nagtuturo pa ako sa college, hinihingi na lang nila yung slides ng professor at hindi na sila nag-notes. And honestly, marami ang mga sayang na opportunities doon kasi honestly, kung nahirapan kayo mag-memorize just by reading, writing it down will actually increase the odds na matatandaan nyo ang isang bagay. And it's also different sa pagbabasa ng libro, sa paghiram ng notes ng kaklase, at sa kung ikaw mismo ang gumagawa ng sarili mong notes. And alam ko yan kasi kahit nung nag-aaral pa ako, kahit na, sasabihin minsan pa nga ng mga professors na, oh, you can copy my slides after, I'll just send it by email, nagno-notes pa rin ako ng sarili ko na hiwalay. Kasi kapag nagawa ko siya na parang mental map, meron akong sariling parang associations dun sa aking notebook, mas madali ko siya nare-recall kapag oras na ng quiz. Kasi meron ng muscle memory din kahit papaano yung kamay ko kapag naisulat ko yung information na yon. So it's a great way for me to outline yung thoughts ko and keep it away for a later date. So yun, just write. Okay? And there are other note-taking techniques and honestly, nag-tweet na nga ako a few weeks back na kung meron lang akong professor friends na willing na mag-sit-in ako sa lecture nila gagawin ko, just so I can screen capture kung paano ako mag-notes. Kasi I think hindi na nga marunong masyado yung ibang tao kung paano mag-notes, ano ba yung ginagawa pag nag-note-taking ka sa lecture. And wala lang, gusto ko sana ipakita sa inyo how I do it. Hopefully makatulong sa inyo. So, hopefully mangyari yan soon kung meron akong masisit-inan na lecture or baka maghanap na lang ako ng pwedeng ma-license na lecture off of the YouTube and then yun na lang yung gagamitan ko ng notes. So anyway, yun. Just write things down. Write it with your own handwriting. Honestly, hindi rin maganda sulat ko pero you really have to do it kasi kailangan nyo ma-build yung muscle memory. So again, don't just read to memorize, write. Tip number 2, don't just write, try to draw. Okay, so medyo magkarugtong yung dalawang tip, no? Yung iba kasi pag nagme-memorize at sinabing magme-memorize, all they do is just read again and again. Pero again, don't just read, start writing. And if you can, start drawing. Bakit? Kasi mas madaling ma-memorize ng utak natin ng images more than words. So, ibig sabihin, kung kaya mo siyang gawing map, gawing web, gawin mo ng mga arrows, associations, kung mayroong mga diagram, may mga drawings kang pwedeng gawin sa iyong notes, mas madali sa utak mo na matandaan yung information. And sa panahon ngayon, Again, you can use multiple colored pens then for different types of information. So kung definition, pwede mong gawing red. For types ng isang topic or examples, pwede mong gawing green. That's something that you can also do para matulungan ng utak ninyo to visualize things. Kasi pagdating sa oras na kailangan mo mag-recall ng information, kung meron kang diagram, image, picture na kung saang part ng page nakadrawing yon sa iyong notes, mas madali ang utak mo na ma-recall yung information na yon. And I'll actually flash a quick little snippet here of a note that I took a few months ago. So that's how it looks like sa akin. I used my iPad dyan sa case na yan. We're going a little bit paperless para masave ang environment kahit pa paano. And ganyan ako mag-notes. So again, meron siya mga arrows, diagrams, may colors, and it's a great way for me to process the information. So yun yung next kong tip. If you can draw, draw. Again, hindi dapat maganda yung drawing ninyo. Basta ang importante na iintindihan at na navisualize ng inyong utak. Kung multiple colored, mas maganda pa. And you can actually even create different notes dun sa inyong parang first draft pag uwi mo sa bahay. Which brings us dun sa ating susunod na tip, which is repeat. Okay? Bakit repeat? Kasi kung nakapag-notes ka ng rough draft mo, ng notes as in yung parang brain spill lang siya, at pag uwi mo sa bahay ay isa-structure mo siya into mas magandang layout na page ng notes, mapupower sa yung utak mo to repeat or recall certain information. So, kumbaga, first reading mo would be yung sinabi ng teacher, second would be yung nagtitake down ka ng notes, and then third kapag kinoconstruct mo na yung bago mong notes. So, repetition is key. And I think every one of us knows that naman. Kaya again, ang mental image ng mga tao when it comes to memorization is basically repeating the same thing over and over again. So for example, when I was younger, pag nagme-memorize kami ng memory verses sa school, uulit-ulitin ko yung verse paulit-ulit, babasahin ko siya, i-recite ko siya paulit-ulit hanggang matandaan ko. But as I was growing up, na-realize ko na hindi siya as effective. And looking at educational psychology and the psychology of memory, it actually makes sense. Kasi ang repetition lang by itself may be effective, but it is not as effective as spaced repetition. And spaced repetition is something that I'm planning to talk to you about in a different video. Pero dadaanan ko na rin really quickly in this video. Ang spaced repetition is basically not just repeating the thing over and over again in one sitting, but trying to recall it sa iba-ibang mga periods ng time. So for example, kung meron kang lesson na kailangan mo tandaan, may mga theories or theorists na lists na kailangan mo tandaan for an exam, pag diniscuss yun ng teacher mo sa'yo, that is the first recall. Pagbalik mo sa bahay or sa biyahe mo pa uwi, i-try mo na rin siyang i-recall. Okay, without notes, just try to recall it. And then after a week, maybe before you meet your teacher again, i-recall mo siya uli. And then before the exam, i-recall mo siya uli. So don't just go to school, tapos makikinig ka lang, tapos tapos na. Okay? Pag uwi mo sa bahay, try to process everything you learned during the day. And it's actually helpful sa akin kasi honestly, when I was studying, grateful na rin ako siguro na hindi pa uso ang mobile internet then. Kasi kung uso na yung mobile internet noon, probably naglalaro na lang ako sa biyahe, no? Or nag-YouTube ako sa biyahe. Pero nakatulong yun sa akin nung college ako kasi ang ginagawa namin magkakambal is kapag natapos yung araw, sa biyahe namin pa uwi from Ortigas to Fairview, lalo na dahil lagi yung traffic, pinag-uusapan namin yung lecture nung araw na yon. So, nagchichismisan kami sa, ano nga uli yung pinag-uusapan kanina? Do you agree or do you not agree? So, we engage into yung mga ganitong klaseng balitaktakan. So, kahit pa paano tutulungan kami natandaan yung mga bagay na pag-usapan nung araw na yon. So, again, spaced repetition. So, first time mo na-encounter information, palipas ka ng onte, recall it again, and recall it again and again. So, yun yung thing. Don't just remember by repetition. Use spaced repetition. And again, more on that soon. If you want me to make a dedicated video dun sa schedule na kung kailan ka mag-aaral, kailan mo siya i-recall, let me know in the comment section sa baba. Tip number 4, quiz yourself. Okay? So, ano ba yung quiz yourself? Bago ba dumating yung quiz, maganda na i-anticipate nyo yung mga posibleng itanong. And again, hindi mo naman kailangan gumawa talaga ng written na quiz. Kahit sa brain mo lang, we can do this exercise. So, kung kunyari may exam kayo sa Saturday, maggawa ka ng quick draft ng questions na sa pagkakakilala mo sa teacher mo, ano kayang posible niyang itanong. and then drill yourself using that. And that is also the reason why, pagdating sa mga exams like civil service, UPCAT, PLAE, NAPOLCOM, all of these, very helpful ang magkaroon ng practice test booklets or practice tests. Kasi kapag nagpa-practice ka na mag-exam, it doesn't just help you memorize things or recall things, it also helps you when it comes to confidence pagdating ng araw na mag-exam ka na. Kasi it's not the first time that you are timing yourself while answering questions. When it comes to recall din, maganda kung gumagawa ka ng sarili mong tanong kasi it's a step further pa sa kesa dun sa nagsasagot ka lang ng tanong. And if you make your own quiz based on sa tingin mo ano yung tatanong ng teacher sa'yo out of everything that you had to study, matatrain yung brain mo to think like a teacher and also to digest information in chunks na pwede mong itanong sa iba. And helpful yan sa akin. Honestly, when I was younger, si Tita Ote, one of my titas, siya yung nag-tutor sa amin. So, makihilya pa. Nagtatype siya ng mga practice test sa aming kambal. Kinokopya niya yon, tapos sinasagutan namin yon before the exam. To the point nga na mas mahirap pa yung exam na ginagawa niya kaysa dun sa exam namin kapag mag-exam na talaga kami sa school. And all of these things nakatulong talaga sa amin kasi you do better sa test dahil nag-test ka na ng mock test ka na sa bahay. So again, quiz yourself. Tip number 5, go and teach someone. Okay, this is what we call sa field na the Feynman technique or the Feynman method. Basically, si Professor Feynman talked about how important teaching is when it comes to retaining memory and retaining things that you've learned. And it's a great way then to gauge kung naiintindihan mo ba talaga ang isang topic. Kasi you would know na naiintindihan mo ang isang bagay kung kaya mo na rin tong ituro sa iba. And honestly, it makes sense kahit na hindi sa educational field, di ba? Anything naman na meron kang alam, na skill mo, hindi mo naman talaga siya matuturo kung hindi mo pa siya na-master or nagamay. For example, hindi ka pwede magturo mag-bike kung ikaw mismo ay hindi ka confident dahil kakatuto mo lang mag-bike. Ang usually nagtuturo na lumangoy ay mga tao na swimmer talaga. Madalas talaga silang lumalangoy kaya marunong sila magturo kasi they can break down the process into smaller bits and pieces. And honestly, that has been helpful din sa akin kasi a lot of what I teach you guys are things na natutunan ko noon pero I tend not to forget kasi I keep teaching these things sa inyo. So for example, some of you may find lessons like subject-verb agreement or fractions challenging simply because matagal na ninyo siyang hindi na-encounter. After graduation, you don't really use it that much, so you forget. Pero sa akin kasi, dahil I kept teaching sa mga kapitbahay, sa mga kababata, and of course sa inyo rin, hindi ko siya nakakalimutan. So yun yung proof talaga honestly na ang teaching method helps when it comes to memorizing things. So i-chismis or i-chika or i-share mo yan sa iba. And honestly, itong 5 tips na ito ay ginagamit ko rin talaga, especially when it comes to people. Like, if I really need to remember a person's name, okay, again, it's still very challenging to me, I do all of these things. So, meron akong air writing na ginagawa. So, again, kung sinabi niya sa akin, ang name niya ay, for example, Princess. So, meron akong writing na ginagawa in my brain para lang masulat ko siya kahit hindi ko sinusulat sa baba. If I can volunteer to write her name down sa registration or anything, I write it down. I ask for the spelling para mas madali ko siyang matandaan. And baka napansin na rin ng mga Team Lyqa members na nag-attend sa mga live review, kapag nagpapa-sign kayo sa akin ng book ko, kung magpa-autograph kayo or anything like that, I ask you for your name and I ask for the spelling. Bakit? Kasi it helps me remember your name para hopefully pag nakita tayo next time, kahit pa paano ma-recall ko yung pangalan ninyo kasi sinulat ko siya. Okay? Tapos I also draw mental images. So for example, pangalan niya ay Princess. Yung I dun sa Princess when I draw it sa aking utak or na-write it down, nilalagyan ko siya ng corona. So parang sa dali ko siyang matandaan na Princess yon. Yung repetition din ganon. So for example, may bago akong nakilala at again, Princess ang name niya. Ang ginagawa ko pag may bagong pumasok sa conversation, I try to introduce that person sa kanya. So sasabihin ko kunyari, ay, hi, oh, hey, eto si Princess. Tama ba? So again, this time, sinabi ko na naman yung name ni Princess. Spaced repetition. And if I really need to remember that person's name, pag uwi ko sa bahay, nire-recall ko, sino nga uli yung kausap ko kanina? Ano nga yung pangalan niya? And then I go back to Princess. So again, hindi ko siya nakakalimutan. Alright? Now, after that, of course, yung quiz, hindi naman relevant masyado sa name. Pero yeah, I keep drilling myself din, trying to recall all of these names. And then, of course, I share that din sa iba. So, all of these things hopefully would help you when it comes to memorizing things, facts, trivias, yung mga questions na posibleng lumabas sa inyong exam. If you're taking the LET exam, alam niyo yung mga theories, itong mga streams, itong mga types na mga principles of teaching, all of these hopefully makatulong to sa inyo. Again, write, draw, repeat, and then of course, you would also have to quiz yourself. And then after that, you really need to teach someone para hindi nyo siya makalimutan. All of these things, hindi ko man sinasadya nung bata ako, pero dinagawa ko talaga siya, and really it has helped me sa maraming beses, sa maraming quizzes ko sa life. Kasi I remember, even when I was in high school and college, pagdating ko sa school, kapag may quiz kami, most of my classmates would start asking na, oh, nag-review ka ba? Tapos chill lang ako, di ba? Sabi ko, okay lang, carry lang. Onte, nagbasa-basa ako. Pero honestly, the reason kung ba't nagbasa-basa na lang ako was because, number 1, nakinig talaga ako sa teacher. And number 2, naka-spaced repetition naman ako. So, nasa utak ko na siya, sa back ng mind ko. And then, kapag nagpapanik na yung mga kaklase ko, kinu-quiz ko sila. So, ano nga uli yung ganyan? Ano nga uli yung ganon? I ask them questions. So, kahit paano, natutulungan din ako ma-recall. And, whenever necessary and whenever presented with a chance, I also teach my classmates. And my classmates can attest to that. So, I remember when I was younger, sa high school, pinaaral sa amin yung Wuthering Heights, which is one of the longest and most tedious na basa ng buhay ko. And the only reason why na tutunan ko siya or na-master ko yung Wuthering Heights at that time, which actually nakalimutan ko na rin ngayon, is because I started explaining the story sa aking mga classmate kasi kailangan namin mag-quiz. So, yung iba sana rin, hindi pinasa talaga yung libro. So, in-explain ko sana, may diagram pa ako nung family tree, may diagram pa ako nung mga eksenang importante at pertinent. And then I went around the room telling my friends about it para makapasa sila sa exam. So, that's how I do things and how I did things when I was younger. Hopefully, makatulong sa inyo. Again, these are my 5 memory tips. And if you want more, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that bell icon. There will be more videos coming up. English, math, logic, study hacks, kasama na rin Get Hired series natin at marami pang iba. So, kung ayaw nyo ma-miss, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that bell icon. Alright? Thanks, guys. And if you want to reach out to me directly, again, get the merch. Yung link nasa baba, shop.teamlyqa.com. If you want to reach out to me further, viewers, join the online or library events, go to www.facebook.com/teamlyqa for more. And as we always say sa team na to, never stop learning. Adja, kaya niyan. I'll see you in the next video and bye for now.